But if we look at the rate of change, and for those people that are looking at cost, obviously there's ROI involved with AI, but just from a cost perspective, my guess is that cost is not necessarily going to go up too much or down too much. I mean, there's a cost rate of managing AI,
Right.
the process of it and the transaction of it. But isn't there really kind of an opportunity cost that's sitting out there as well? Like for those people that are sitting and waiting, they're missing this time period of non-adoption, of getting in front of their customers and meeting them where they are in a way that the rest of the world is evolving to, and they are starting to be in a gap with what is expected.
It is, there is a sense of urgency, I think, for a lot of the customers that we see, even in particular verticals. I'll just anecdotally, I will tell you, like, we
Yeah.
have a lot of traction lately with airlines. Why? Because there's just a ratcheted up demand for a faster, better way to communicate and collaborate. And those are not on voice channels traditionally, right? I mean,
Yes.
or they have been, but that's not where people want to go and hang out for 47 minutes. Or I, no joke, had one the other day. I won't name the airline to respect them, but it was 7 hours. I was told 7 hours. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Like unbelievable, right? It's just, especially when your flight's like in two, right?
Yes.
So I think the urgency and the scale, and I think one thing that's lost is, it's not just about satisfying the demand. It's also about meeting that demand of your consumers and your prospects or customers or whoever, citizens, at a very high level, at a very satisfactory engagement level, in terms of their experience, right? CX, Activate CX podcast, right? It really is about that experience. And I think one thing that we hold our hat up pretty high is that, we are finding that the CSAT scores are higher with our digital channels than even some people's best contact center people, humans. And that's okay. It doesn't mean that the humans are going away. It's not some big threat to that, but rather it's an opportunity to refocus human resources, improve them, advance them. And one thing I'd like to maybe talk a little bit about is just the agents themselves, right? We're talking about the brand and the customers, but what about making the agent's life better? Turnover in the customer service space is still brutally high. And if you've ever done a job like that, it's really can be quite painful, right? Not only from a ramping perspective, but just the satisfaction perspective. And one of the metrics that we've been capturing is that we will see that the agents their happiness scale is improving using these assisting technologies within Sprinklr, because they don't have the discomfort of not knowing what to say or having the resource at their fingertips, but rather we're bringing that right to them in the context of the conversation. So the way we're doing that is we're listening to the entire dialogue going back and forth between the agent and the customer or the prospect or whomever it may be. And then we are serving up in real time. Our AI in real time is understanding the context of it and trying to assist that agent, either with suggestions on what to say, workflows to trigger for maybe going through a change in a credit card number or some form of authentication. And it's no longer, you've been in the contact center world, it's no longer the screen with 17 tabs open. They just are able to stay local, focused, and have a caring dialogue with the customer. And so when we see that the user is happier, they're probably going to be providing better customer service at the same time.